Well, I guess I'm on a roll 2 days in a row. But I thought I'd share a couple other thoughts. Maybe a year ago, someone reached out to me. They had seen a video I did or a blog post, and they just said, they were on a similar journey and stuff. And then she started YouTubing just a little bit ago, and she mentioned fasting, and it got me really thinking about fast. I had on my mind and heart, this kind cometh not out but by prayer and fasting, and just some particular weaknesses I'm working on. I felt like that was another witness for me when she talked about fasting. She actually fasted 11 days. I was like, wow, because the tradition that we've come from, they very much frown upon fasting too long. And so I'm like, okay, I've got to do this. So this is my fourth day. I'm in the middle of my fourth day without food and water. And anyways, I listened to a couple of her YouTubes about it, and very interesting. She was saying that the hydrogen in your body connects with the oxygen and makes your own water. So it's super interesting. There's tons of physical effects, for sure spiritual effects. When I was serving as a bishop, I was fasting every Sunday. And I say that because, I just did not know what was going to come through the door each week. And I was so, I wanted to make sure it wasn't me giving advice, that it was the Lord working with me, working through me. And so I found a great benefit in that. I loved that time. It was precious. I felt close to the Lord. I felt his influence and guidance. And so I definitely have a testimony, a witness of fasting. And right now it's just, I fasted 2 days in a row, probably 10 years ago or something. I was going to be a chaplain in the Army, which I'd felt very, very, very inspired to do. And I was 3.5 years into it or something. And then I had this job opportunity with Container and Packaging Supply in Eagle, Idaho. So I went into that first or second interview on a 2-day fast, and I was kind of surprised how, just like in sports, how you have a second wind and you can run forever. Fasting seems to be that way too. Like, it's kind of this point, feels the same every day. And I'm sure you got to be careful with depending on your food, your habits, your eating, and what you drink. And we're in a farm where we produce our own food. It's pretty much organic. We eat pretty good, except I indulge in potato chips every once in a while. I love potato chips, and some other things. But anyways, for the most part, I think I eat pretty good. So maybe that's why it's not too difficult. But anyways, just want to throw that out there if anybody else is wanting to draw near to the Lord. Definitely feel like it calms your soul. And so the other thought I had is I'm working on my skid steer today. So in the background, you can always see the little skid steer window and my bar in the back. I'm just really full of gratitude. Actually, I'd probably need another post on my Backdean Solutions Facebook page or something. But Boundary in Bonner County in northern Idaho has just been incredibly wonderful to us, and super just grateful. But we're doing another pad and driveway and culvert for another family that's moving up here. Anyways, the thoughts I had was about the second comforter. I'm not sure if I've had mine or not. I had a DNC 93-1 experience that I've shared before, where I saw his face and I knew that he is, and it was a very, very, very real experience. I'm not, I did not handle him in the flesh or anything. And I'm sharing this because I'm extremely interested in people having an encounter with the Lord. I want to know everything about it. I want to know how they prepared, so I can do the same thing, right? I believe that's why the scriptures are written. I believe that's why the Book of Mormon is so powerful, is we have all these men and women. I don't know if we have a woman that shares their experience with the Lord, but in the Book of Mormon at least. But anyways, I'm just intrigued, and I, pick it apart, trying to find ways that I can become able to abide His presence. And so, I don't know, when I was 18 or 19, somewhere in there, I realized the scriptures were very clearly saying we should be able to see His face and know that He is. And I told the Lord I wanted to have that experience, and I strived to be, a good person and able to abide that. And it happened in my mission, and it happened when I least expected it. I had basically forgotten about it, and I lost myself in trying to serve and be a benefit to others. And I was in the church, obviously, full board. And so a couple of things that the Lord's impressed upon me that maybe could be helpful for you is, first of all, if your goal is to have the second comforter, it's probably not going to happen in your timing for sure, but there's got to be a point where your love of others is more important to you and loving and serving others in the way the Lord would have you love and serve them is more important to you than having that experience. And the experience comes as a natural byproduct or natural fruit, right? Fruit. We're not supposed to seek a sign, but signs follow those that believe, the scriptures say. So those that truly believe, signs follow. The Lord manifests Himself to us as a fruit of true, pure faith and sincere desire and love of God and fellow men. And I'm still striving to have a second comforter experience, a physical one where I can feel the nails in His hands and feet and side and embrace Him. And those thoughts come to me a lot. The things I learned with that first experience. When I can truly humble myself and love people, love everyone, even those that I may think have wronged me, to truly, truly forgive and love and serve others in the right way, the way the Lord wants me to. That's a special place, right, in all of our hearts and our minds, trying to find that where we truly are His disciple. And I'm striving for that. I'm sure you are too. And so anyways, I thought I'd just share those thoughts. I think a lot of people on this road have, they desire that. Gosh, out in the background, my bull and my ram are headbutting each other. The ram thinks he's going to get killed. Sorry. I totally derailed my thoughts. But anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, a lot of people that are on this path, when you have your extended family and the church separate from you, or you feel the separation coming, your only desire is to know the Lord, because you need that comfort. You need the second comforter. I would suggest that maybe the first comforter is the Holy Spirit. I think that's what the Lord said, but the Holy Spirit that we feel in all these different churches or whatever, right? You feel the ministration of the angels and the Holy Spirit. But the second comfort is the Lord, and He comes when we start to suffer and live and feel as He does. And so I'm sharing this because I believe all of us want that comfort. And if that's a benefit to anybody, then I am grateful. I love Him, I love you, and I hope that you're in a good place and seeking a good place with Him. And have a good evening.